there. The next two that I'm going to show you, if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you have definitely seen these two. I wear them out on Instagram because by far they're in my top 10 favorites all time anthuriums. And at first I was thinking they were kind of basic, but no. If there was an emergency going on in this complex that I live in, and I had to grab two plants for sure, the not this one, but the next one I'm going to show you is the one that I would grab first. Out of all the plants that I have, out of all the Carla hybrids I have, all of the Paps, the Michelle, the Queen of Hearts, out of all of them, she will be the first one that I would grab and take out of here because I love her so much. But I do have siblings, and this is the first one. And this one is my crystallinum crossed with Forgetii. Or, yes, my crystallinum crossed with Forgetii. And I got this from Creech Greenhouse. And I bought two of them. This is the second one that I bought. I love the first one so much that I bought a second one. And I could not resist buying this second one because when I bought it, it had closed lobes. So it was I want to say when I bought it, it was around this size. So it had closed lobes, and that is the reason why I jumped on it. And I was when they post their plants, they post multiple, so like a A, B, C, D. I was super surprised that no one jumped on the closed lobe one. So when I saw it, I definitely had to go ahead and grab it. This one, I'm trying to make babies with this one. This one, did this take? This looks like it, ooh. It looks like it took, but is it going to abort? Not sure. I worry when the stem, the flower changes color here. If it does abort, I might chop it, throw it in some water, and see what it does. But it looks like it took, just not sure if it's going to abort. This one is also crossed with my King of Spades hybrid that I have in there. So I don't know why I did that. That would make, well, they might look different. They'll probably come out looking different because that is my Doriaki crossed with Forgetii, and this one is crystallinum crossed with Forgetii. So they'll come out looking different. But yeah, this texture, the closed lobe, the bumpy texture on here is what I'm really, really, really loving. She's going to have to get moved to my big boy tent because she's getting crushed. Her newest leaf is coming out. It had already got like bent up and crushed and pushed around in there. So I got to get her moved out. But the texture, look at it. Look at that texture on this. Very, very, very bumpy. I love it. I love this one. And I cannot wait to make even more hybrids with it. I want to cross it with one of my Carla hybrids and see how that comes out. But yes, definitely excited about that one. I just repotted her. Like 2 weeks ago. All right, so the next one is her sister, her big sister, because I got this one first. I'm pretty sure they came out of the same batch, but this is my number one favorite Anthurium in my entire collection. This big mama here, woo. She just put out a new leaf. I'm just looking at it. I'm just taking a little bit of time admiring it because it took forever for her. She's almost hardened off, so she's almost at her full size. I'm just admiring her. I did get some spider mites in my big grow tent. So unfortunately, all the new leaves that came out have a little bit of spider mite damage on there. I am treating the tent, and I'm adding a humidifier inside of that tent because I think that the new tent just doesn't have enough humidity in there either because I don't have as many lights in there or as many plants in that one as I have in the other one. So I'm going to add a humidifier in there today, and hopefully that will help ward off stress in the plants and keep them from attracting spider mites. And hopefully that will fix it. I'm pretty sure adding humidity in there and doing a treatment in there will fix that issue. We're going to see. But I love this one. Look at her. She surprised me. So I had repotted her. She was already a stunner when I had moved her. I had moved her out into ambient for a while because I didn't have room for her. Because, like I said, she is one of my biggest plants. At that time, I believe this was her biggest leaf here when I moved her out into ambient and when I repotted her. And she had that leaf and she had this leaf, and I had chopped the other leaves off already. But she, after the repot, had not pushed out a new leaf. She didn't push out an inflow or anything. She was dormant all winter. The entire winter, she did not put out a new leaf at all. I think it's because I had repotted her into this bigger pot, and I think she was establishing her roots. And then spring hit. Once spring hit, that is when she pushed out this leaf, this ginormous, oh my God, this leaf right here. She pushed out, and it came out of nowhere. It was, I just opened the tent up. I seen her pushing the leaf out, and I seen it kind of expanding, but I don't know. I think I had closed the tent up and didn't open it up for a couple of days. But when I looked at her and I saw how big this leaf was, I was floored. I believe I measured this one, and this one is 22 inches long. Yes, this one is 22 inches long when I measured her. I measured her on Instagram, matter of fact. But then what really surprised me, she just keeps putting out surprises. This is actually her first closed lobe, and it's a little bit smaller than the previous leaf, but it's closed. I've been growing this thing for over a year now. I've been growing her for a year, and she's never given me a closed lobe. Her sister gives me closed lobes all the time, but her, never. So this also surprised me when I saw her in the grow tent. I'm like, shut up. I posted that on Instagram as well. The day that I saw her closed lobe, I posted it on Instagram. And it was a tiny immersion. And she's still a little soft, but I don't think she's going to expand that much more. And I think this is her final leaf size here. But look how wide she is. Look how wide and symmetrical and round this bad boy is. So yes, I am going to continue making hybrids with her in hopes that, I don't know which traits you will get from the hybrids that I've done. I've done 3 hybrids with this so far, and I got some more berries coming on the way. I don't know what you're going to get in those hybrids. I don't know if you're going to get a closed lobe, if it's going to start off with lobes that are open and then end with lobes that are closed. But I will say that some of my hybrids that I've done with this pick up more of the traits from her, and the other ones pick up the traits from the other parents. So, and I'll show you a couple of those here in a second. I'm just still admiring her. I just feel like she's just so gorgeous. I might even sell her. So I might, when this flower comes, I don't know. Do I have any pollen left? No. So these are all forming berries. This one is forming berries. And what did I put on her? I put Goliath. Yay! Yes, my Goliath self. I put Goliath self on her. Yes, that is going to be gorgeous. You guys, I cannot wait. Good choice, Dana. Good choice. Good choice there. Yes, and she puts out a ton of berries. A ton of berries at a time. The first set she gave me, which was crystallinum, uh, for crystallinum crossed with forgetii, crossed with magnificent. She gave me so many. I still have some. Like it's just way too many. She gave me, I want to say maybe 120 berries. I didn't count, but I know that I'm still pulling those out of the bins. I just have them everywhere. They're everywhere. All right. So the last thing, well, you know what? Before I get to my seedlings, let me go pull the King of Spades, Bessie Forgetii out. Let me do that before I forget. Okay, here she is. This is her. So this is the King of Spades crossed with Bessie Forgetii variegated. So the Forgetii hybrid, that's the parent, is a variegated plant. So I don't know if that means that maybe her offsprings, her babies might have a small chance of being variegated. We'll see. Because this is the first time I tried pollinating her before, and that didn't take. I had tried it with the same exact plant. Why did I do that? I don't know. I'm telling you, when I go in there and I see the flowers, I grab what I think should be mated with it on there. Apparently, I had done that already. It didn't work, which is this one. So I did it again, subconsciously, unconsciously. I don't know. It might have took. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see if it takes. But I had put this one on her. So we'll see what that's going to turn out to be. And the crazy part is I put her pollen on the other one. So I have to make sure that I don't mix them when they come out. I just have to make sure that I have the crystallinum forgetii crossed with King of Spades, Bessie Forgetii. And I have to make sure that if these take, that I put the King of Spades, Bessie F, Forgetii crossed with crystallinum forgetii. So it would be, there's still two different plants over here, but similar hybrids. So they probably will come out looking very, very similar. Very similar, but that's interesting that I chose to do that over and over again. I didn't mean to. I've done that before. I did a Goliath cross with my No ID, and then I did the No ID cross with Goliath. And I was thoroughly confused at first. I labeled them right, but every time I looked in the tote, I was like, why do I have so many of these? And then I was like, oh, duh, I did an inverse. So I don't want to do any more inverses, but it was something in my subconscious that made me do that, and I don't know why. I just wanted to make sure I crossed this with the Forgetii crystallinum, and I sure did. So at least I know I got one set coming out. If this one doesn't work, I know I at least have one set of that cross coming out. All right, so now let's get to the end. Let's get to the little seedlings that I have here. This should go by pretty quick. I'll start with the smallest ones. I hope I got all of them. I feel like I'm missing one. It's probably in the other grow tent, but it is what it is. I just want to get these out there so when they get bigger and bigger, I can keep you guys up to date. Because coming back from last year when I stopped making videos, it was kind of hard to figure out where to jump back in at, because a lot of my plants had changed. I sold a lot of plants. A lot of plants that had already grown, and then I didn't want to have to keep going back to old footages. So I'm going to try to stay consistent. And that way you guys can keep up with the growth, and I could do comparisons, and you won't feel out of the loop when I'm talking about a plant, you'll kind of get to go on the journey with me. So this one is the Forgetii Carla crossed with Dress Carla. And this is from G Plant Guy. And yeah, this is from G. And he sent me two. He sent me two of these. They are grown from seed. No, I don't think this is the one that's called Almighty. I think the one that's Almighty is still a Forgetii hybrid. I'm so confused. I believe the Almighty is still a Forgetii hybrid, but he gave them to me as seeds, and I just got them, and I think they're still growing. I'm not sure. I don't remember. It's been so long, but they're just little tiny bitty sprouts right now. I put both of them in the same pot just because one of them is growing at a little bit smaller rate. It has two leaves. One has one full leaf, and the other one has two leaves. But the one with the two leaves is super tiny. I mean, it's tinier than the other one. So I put them both in the same pot. I didn't want to spread them out. This one is Fort Sherman crossed with Dark Forgetii crossed with Carla. Is that like the same? I don't know. This is a Forgetii Carla crossed with Dress Carla. So two Carlas inside of the parents for this one. And this one is Fort Sherman crossed with Dark Forgetii crossed with Carla from Caleb's Tropicals. I just got this one this week. She's super tiny. Let me bring her closer to the camera. Super tiny. So I'm excited to see that one grow out. He also sent me two seeds, and I can't remember if those had Forgetii in them or not, but he did give me two seeds. All right. Next is a Forgetii Dark Form crossed with Carla Blackier OG1 crossed with OG5 from Two Plants Daddy. Two Plants Daddy and Brandon Baker. Yes, this one I bought two of these. I know when he posted them, I had said, let me get two. I like buying two of everything because you never know what they're going to look like. So I bought these two, and these were part of my birthday haul. I'm not sure if I show these on my, I think I did. I showed these on my birthday haul. So this is what they're looking like now. And I believe it's 2 months later. He also sent me a freebie, and the freebie is all taken off like madness. The freebie is SKG Silver crossed with Dark Forgetii crossed with the same Carla OG1 crossed with OG5. And look at her. I believe when I got her, she had this leaf. She's put out two leaves in my care so far, this one, and this is her newest leaf here. She's taken off like crazy, especially after I repotted her into a bigger vessel. But yes, after 2 months. I hope she continues to grow at this rate because I cannot wait to see what she looks like when she gets bigger. All right. This next one I got from Planty Weave off of Palm Street. And this one is my Black Widow Michelle crossed with Forgetii. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, as of right now, doesn't look like anything special as of right now. But, and I didn't pull it because I honestly have no idea where it's at. But I have another one of these. Not from the same person. I think I bought a Black Widow Michelle crossed with Forgetii from either it was BB Tropicals or it was Coral's Reef. But I'm pretty sure I have two of this. I'm pretty sure I have two Forgetii crossed with Black Widow Michelle. I don't know where I put her at. All right. The next three that I'm going to show you guys are my hybrids that came from the two, from the Big Mama, the big Mama. So this one is the Magnificent Silver crossed from Crystallinum Forgetii. I chopped I will show you the Magnificent Silver. It is also a Forgetii hybrid. So it came from Equigenera. It is, if you don't know what a Magnificent Silver is, it is a mag crossed with Forgetii. I chopped that one to pieces because I just didn't like how it was growing anymore. I didn't care to pollinate it again. So I chopped it up into pieces. So that one is in bags in my grow tent. So I can't show you that one. But I crossed that one with this big mama. And that was one of my first hybrids that I ever did. It was, matter of fact, it was the first hybrid that I ever did. And I recently I picked out some holdbacks, and I'm getting them to size up now. Like I said, that's what I said. Like my Dale crossed with the Crystallinum Forgetii was the second hybrid I did, and that one is already. I paid more. I'm not gonna lie. I paid more attention to this hybrid than I did with this hybrid, which is why this one is bigger. This one could have been this size by now, but I didn't pay attention to these earlier. All right, because it was like more like a practice hybridizing for me. But this one I picked out because it was showing some different unique signs from the rest of them. I really picked this one out when it got to this leaf right here because of the texture of it. It was so different. And this is what it looks like now. I'm loving that little fishtail thing that's going on down there. I'm really excited to see what this is going to look like when it grows out. I definitely know it's going to look like the mama here. So I do have a bunch of these. If I don't have too many left, but this is the ones that I had a gang of. So I know that I've sold quite a bit of them, and I know that there are a lot of people, at least in Indianapolis, that has this baby. So I'm thinking that this one is really going to take after the mother. I mean the dad, and we don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it's going to look like. But there's Forgetii in both parents, so I am excited to see what it's going to look like when it gets bigger. And I think that this one is super, super cute. All right, so, and here's another one, same cross. So like I said, I pulled this one out, and look how different. See, look how different they look. And they're siblings. That's why I say buy two. They're siblings. They look a little different to me. They do. I pulled this one because of the shape of the leaf. When I saw which one came out first. I want to say this one came out first, and I saw the shape of this leaf, the heart shape, and also it's super dark. So I have half of these that came out were light skin, and the other half were dark. So, so I kept one of each. I kept some of a couple of them. So, but this one came out really, really dark, and this is the newest leaf that came out here. So, I'm excited to see what it's going to look like. It's got this one has a bluish tint, and this is a holdback. I'm not letting this one go. So I'm growing both of these out. These are my holdbacks of that. And if I kept any more, I'm going to get rid of them because I don't want a whole bunch of plants. These two I'm fine with. These two holdbacks, I am super fine with growing these two out and seeing what they're going to look like. And I also have a preference. I prefer this one over this one. But because they are a little bit different, I'm keeping them both. All right, one more hybrid from the big mama over here. And this is my Michelle crossed with the Crystallinum Forgetii. And this is what she looks like. Isn't she beautiful? I pulled this one back because of this leaf right here. So yeah, when I decided to pull it back, this leaf had popped out. And once this leaf popped out, and I saw the venations on it and the little wispy little venations right there. I pulled this back and said, I'm definitely pulling you back. And this is the newest leaf, and it's putting out a new leaf now. So I'm excited about getting this one grown out and seeing what it's going to look like. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to do one more check to make sure I got all of my Forgetii hybrids out here, because I did have some more seedlings in the other grow tent, and I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. So I will be right back. All right, I knew I had some more. I have 3 more, but they are the same cross, and they are from Connor. It used to be Virgil House. I'm not for sure. I can't remember exactly what he's called today, but he did change his name. And I had bought 3. Did I buy 3? I want to say I bought 2, and he gave me a 3rd one. Or maybe I bought 3. However it goes, I ended up with 3. So this is Forgetii Dark Form crossed with Cocoa Round. Cocoa BVAP Round. If I can find the parent photos, I'll post them up. But I do have 3 of them, and they are all sizing up really well. I bought these as seeds in April. They're doing well, so I wanted to get them on camera so we can keep up with them. So yeah, that is all of them. That is it. All of my Forgetii hybrids. I'm so proud of myself for making this video and finally making a video and getting it up here. So with that being said, I will see you guys next time. And if you're not following me on Instagram, that is where I post all the time. I post all the time on Instagram. So follow me on Instagram if you want to see updates often. And I'll see you guys. Bye.